My dear TBDJ family, the significance of the message that I'd like to share with you led me to want to share it through a video so that I can speak directly to you, as well as the fact that this seems to have become our primary form of communication for the foreseeable future, so we should all get used to it. But what I'd like to extend to you is an invitation. It is a very significant invitation. It is a difficult invitation. It is a unique invitation, unlike one you've probably ever received before, but one that is very important. And that is an invitation to join me in saving lives. Sages in the Mishnah in Sanhedrin describe that he who saves even a single life is viewed as if they have saved the entire world. Now, normally, if you have the opportunity, if someone were to have such an opportunity to save a life, it's a one-time act. The person whose life you're saving is clearly identified, and you have the satisfaction afterwards of knowing this is the person whose life I have saved. Our circumstance does not have any of those factors. This is not a one-time thing I'm asking of you. It is going to be several weeks minimally. And we have no idea whose life we will save, and we will never have the satisfaction of knowing whether or not we were successful. But this is something that we need to do to save those lives anyway. This is what we know about this dreaded virus. I'm not a doctor, I'm not an expert, I'm just trying to read as much as I can, just like you are. But we know that it is highly contagious. We know that those who have been impacted and affected by it, who are 60 and over, are much more susceptible, and if you're 70 and over, the numbers spike drastically as to the impact that it has. And we know, most importantly, that if you have been infected by this virus, you will have no idea nor show any symptoms for up to 7 days. We cannot wait until there is an active case in our community. By the time there is an active case, it will have been here for up to a week. My colleagues in New York are begging and pleading with me. We have been blessed so far to have no active cases. Stay ahead of the curve. Do not wait for it to come. We need to act now as if it is already here, because lives are at stake. With that in mind, the leadership of TBDJ has decided that we are going to close up the shul. There are not going to be any minyanim taking place. I know that it is technically possible, especially during the weekday, to divide everybody up into smaller groups and keep everybody 6 feet apart. It is not worth the risk. We are taking it upon ourselves that we will not have minyanim. I take it upon myself as the rabbi to shoulder that responsibility, and I ask you to join me. Please do not make minyanim in homes. Do not go elsewhere. Stay home and daven with yourselves, with your families. Lives are at stake, and we are going to do what we can, everything that we can. We are going to do more than what the government is asking of us now, because every expert has warned us that the nature of this virus is that it is coming, and we need to stay ahead of that curve with everything that we can do. If you're over the age of 60, please stay home. If you need help, the TBDJ Chesed community has been set up. Reach out to us. We're available on the website through our phone calls. Email us. We will help with shopping, with medicines, whatever is necessary for anyone who is not able to take care of it on their own. There are those volunteers who have reached out to us and are ready to help, and we are happy to reach out and take care of whatever is necessary. If you have a family member returning from Israel, from New York, from Florida, or anywhere else, the government has already requested that they self-isolate. We further that. Please, your entire family that is now exposed to that member which has come home, your whole family has to be extremely careful to self-isolate yourselves, limit contact with others for 2 weeks. We must be proactive. When this ends, and God willing it will end, and we will all be safe and healthy, let it be that we look back at the actions that we took, and we said, you know, we did a little bit too much. That should be the worst thing that is said about what we have done, because the reality is, if we are successful, it will look like we have done too much, because nothing will happen. And that will be the sign of our success, because we took all of these proactive measures now, that indeed, hopefully, God willing, nothing will happen. Our best hope is to, as they say, flatten the curve and do everything that we can. So please join me. I know it's going to be hard, I know it's going to be difficult, and it's going to be a long time. We're going to continue our learning online with our WhatsApp daily, with Mishnah, with the Maharal on the Parsha. We're going to set up new opportunities to learn as well. Please follow in your emails further updates, and join me in this endeavor, that we can say we did all that we could, and that indeed lives were saved. Thank you.